Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of the Deity Twins with Marbazir. How is it going?
Hi everyone.
Oh, this is going really well, I think. It always feels like you're a bit on the knife's edge at the higher difficulties, but I'm feeling confident.
Yeah, we're not as far behind Attila and Korea as we used to be, thanks to our spies. Only 6 techs, or 5 in just a moment, hopefully.
Yeah, and that's not too bad at all. They're currently being distracted by the fact they're at war with everyone.
Yeah.
So
They
we're
are
gonna,
literally at war with everyone except us.
which is good for us actually. Like it
Yeah,
hurts
that's
all the
great.
AI.
I hope they will stay at war.
I hope it's a stalemate. Like I don't necessarily want any cities to swap ownership, but as long as
The
they
only
keep throwing
downside,
units.
the only downside is that Korea already has riflemen. I can see some next to Seoul.
Ooh.
So that might make it a little bit harder, but we're not that far away from rifling.
Well, if they don't have dynamite, though, that's still going to be
Yeah,
nice.
they only have
They've got
cannons.
cannons, yeah.
If they don't go for dynamite, which AI often doesn't go for, at least the less militaristic AIs don't go for it as often, we might have a chance. The only problem is that Korea's research is shared with Attila, so Attila might go for militaristic technologies, while Korea goes for the top part of the tree. I'm not quite sure what the AI's logic is with shared technologies.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I mean, obviously, they'd be better off if they focused on the same thing. If they split, that's not terrible for us either. But
But I'm guessing it's probably not coded for the AI to take that into account.
no, you're probably right. We did discover between episodes here that we can do a trade route from Shanghai to Fez, but we are treated like the same, I don't know, the same civilization. We can't
Yeah.
trade gold or anything like that. It will just be
So only
hammers
food
and
and hammers.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make a lot of sense in our situation.
No,
But
I
I'm
mean,
still
I guess
going
if
to get a harbor.
if you were trying to rush a wonder or something in Fez, then I could always send you hammers, but I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense right
No.
now.
It's not very
mean-
attractive.
I mean, I can send hammers to myself because I do have 3 coastal cities.
Yeah, there's no need to do it across the sea. Although we could send one ship that way just to get vision, which would be kind of funny.
Can you actually send cargo ships from, like, Shanghai to Guangzhou? Wait, why do you have 2 cities called Shanghai?
Oh, you know why? It's because I renamed one to
Yeah.
Nil, and then it thought it wasn't the same. Hold on, I better rename my second Shanghai. I got this. I got
Shanghai
this.
1, Shanghai 2.
And the next time I settle one, it'll also be called Shanghai. There you go. Brussels.
Yeah, so you can't send cargo ships from, like, Brussels to Shanghai or Guangzhou, can you? Do they go through ice?
They don't normally, and yeah, they're unless there's one of these ice patches isn't actually touching the pole, but I think they usually do. So they're probably isolated. Ah, well, that's okay.
Alright, so we were also discussing whether we want to build the porcelain tower or not. And I'm a little bit on the fence about it, actually. I would
Yeah.
need a lot of time to actually build it.
Well,
18 turns, which might not seem like that much, but it actually is.
on standard speed, that's a fair amount, and the AI tend to go for it relatively frequently. Although we could check to see if anyone has rationalism, that might make a difference. And then the other thing is, we can't do research agreements with each other, so there's really a limited pool.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we can only make one research agreement per alliance. So you couldn't do both Korea and the Huns, for example. So
Yeah,
there's
right
a
now-
lot fewer trading partners.
Right now, no one has rationalism, but this will only show rationalism if they have at least one policy in it. So they could still have the rationalism opener.
Oh, really? Oh, I guess that's true. That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's not impossible that, let's say, Korea has a rationalism opener, especially since they already have 5 in Liberty and 5 in Patronage, so they will pick something new now. Same with Attila, he didn't pick anything new yet.
Right. Now, without being able to take very good advantage of the research agreements, you still do get the great scientist, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is it worth an 18 turns worth of production to produce a great scientist?
I would say it's probably better to focus on military, because if we eliminate, or at least hurt, Korea and Attila significantly, that's the biggest threat eliminated, more or less.
Yeah, I agree completely. Especially from where I'm standing, I really don't like Attila being here.
Yeah, we're pretty much on par technologically with all the other AIs, except Korea and Attila. So we aren't actually behind, it's Korea and Attila who are ahead.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. So yeah, if we do hurt them, then the game is an even footing, and then we should be
So
able to
yeah, I'm
dominate.
going to focus on military, especially since I don't really have that many cities, and I can't really focus on military in more than one.
Yeah, well, that's a good point too. I think I've got at least a barracks in maybe 2 cities. I think Shanghai, the remaining Shanghai, has a barracks, yeah, and my capital does as well. So I can put out a fair number of units.
It might be challenging with the riflemen, but hopefully it will be okay. We should probably go directly for industrialization once we are done with dynamite.
I think you're probably right. Queue it up now. Or industrialization or rifling?
Yeah, probably rifling first.
Yeah.
It's a shame we can't get research agreement with everyone. I can't get declaration of friendship with anyone right now. Pachacuti won't accept it.
Yeah, and I think that's the same for both of us. I don't think it would make a difference either way we go.
Yeah, I don't think it would.
Wait, do I have friendship with Attila? No. Why is it not an option, though?
I would be very surprised if you did.
Well, we are
It's an
friendly.
option for me.
We are friendly. But I
If
can't...
you suggested it in the last, I don't know, 10 or 20 turns, it won't be an option
Oh,
for a while. You
that's
can't
probably
suggest it twice in a row.
I could try with Korea. Yeah, I got a friendship with Korea.
Oh, nice.
Trade research agreement?
Let me try.
I will set up a research agreement with Korea right now.
He actually accepted it with me too. So what we could do is wait for this research agreement to trigger and for the friendship to expire and then attack him.
It's what, 30 turns, right?
Yep. I
Alright.
just got a research agreement with him.
And I did too. If we can actually
So
double
we
up
will
on
get
those.
double research agreement.
Oh, that's fantastic. Anyone else? I don't have enough money, I think, for... Oh, no, I would have enough money for one more. Let's see.
So if we could build a porcelain tower before that, that would be great. I can get it in 18 turns on my end. Probably a little bit faster. Let's see.
What I'm trying to do friendship with the Incas, and it won't let me. Like, there's the button. I click on it. Nothing happens.
I can get the porcelain tower in 14 turns.
All right, go for it.
Can we even build the same wonder at the same time? Or is it treating us... Is it treating us as the same civilization?
I thought we checked that last time. Yeah, I cannot build the porcelain tower.
Oh,
It's grayed
okay.
out.
Alright then, I'll build the porcelain tower then. Because with the research agreement, it will be pretty damn good. And the great scientist will help us quite a lot too. So it makes sense to build it. I already have some units, so hopefully I can get enough. I mean, we do have 30 turns to prepare now. It
Yep.
wouldn't make much sense backstabbing Korea in
So,
this situation.
196 is when
We
things
just need
will
to be
happen.
careful not to renew that declaration of friendship because the AI might ask. Actually, no, I don't think they will ask because they are still passive. Right, because that mod isn't really working. But apparently it should. Maybe it's because
We didn't
we
start
started
with
using it after this game was already started.
it. Maybe.
But yeah, we just need to remember to not extend that declaration of friendship. I'm considering sending my spy to Dago, but he will already steal something from Sol in 33 turns, so that's actually very good timing. With the research agreement, we could pretty much catch up with this. With 2 research agreements, with both our spies stealing something, we would get multiple technologies in one go.
It's from Nanjing to Kaisel. Okay, let's do that.
I could see us getting both dynamite and rifling easily with this.
With the
Yeah,
espionage, yeah.
We will get both easily.
That's assuming they have dynamite, but they probably will.
Yeah, by the time we get there. And if not dynamite, we can always steal rifling and industrialization instead. They definitely have that.
Ooh, I'm thinking I should squeeze out an observatory before I build units here. Oh, I don't have an armory there yet either. It's 22 turns. I'd still have time to build a unit.
I should start thinking about Oxford. I assume we can both get a free tech from Oxford.
I think so. It's a national wonder, so we've both
Yeah, we
been able
can
to build
both
stuff.
build the same national wonders, so that should work. I usually entered modern era using Oxford University, if I can. Probably it doesn't make a lot of sense to go for radio through Oxford in our current situation. But I could still time it with something useful. If you manage to get steam power, then we could get flight with Oxford, at least one of us.
That would be really nice. The early bombers make such a difference.
So, for example, what we could do is I could enter modern era with Oxford, and then you could get something like atomic theory with Oxford a little bit later, or radar.
Okay, so if I delay mine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. I'm no longer selling horses to Attila. Let's see if I can get that back. Come on, Attila. You know you want some horses. Nope. 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 That's a shame. All right, not interested.
I'm spying on Korea a bit. He's currently getting riflemen in his capital. It's interesting though, he's not working the specialist slots in the university. It looks like he's focusing on culture or something. That's a little bit weird.
It's not going to work out for him in this game.
Yeah, I don't think so. Attila is the tourism leader still, I think.
Attila's the everything leader. Now, I don't know if it's like actually him or if it's some side effect of how things are shared.
It's strange. But I've never seen Attila as a tourism leader before, I don't think so. I've seen the Mongols as tourism leaders, which was a little bit strange too. I've actually seen that more than once, now that I think about it.
One thing that's really nice about the sort of inner harbor trade to, like, from Nanjing to Wellington, it's completely protected from any pillaging ships. Well,
yeah.
Oh, that's not true.
Well, it's almost 100% safe.
60% of the time, it works every time.
I mean, you could always get some melee ship and position it on top of the pearls, for example, or something like that.
Yeah.
And then it would be 100% protected.
I don't think the AI is going to build much of a navy here. I don't even know if the Huns have any coastal stuff at all. For one.
So I just got a great scientist, but I think I'll still use him for academy.
I think it's early enough for that.
Yeah, we got good 100 turns left in this game at least, so that should be worth more than science pop. Yeah, I would only get 1300 science, so that's definitely not worth it over an academy. Problem is, I have to buy a tile to make a good academy. Alright. I always try to get academies on grasslands.
Yeah, you want it to be self-sustaining.
Yeah. And I hate having to work tiles that provide no food. And obviously, if you get that academy, it makes no sense not working it in any situation.
So then your other food tiles become even more important.
Yeah, exactly. My capital is doing really well, 21 pop.
Oh, what's my scout doing over here? Is he done? Can't explore anymore?
My capital is actually bigger than Korea's right now.
21 pop. Oh, very nice.
To be fair, this was an amazingly good location.
It's pretty good,
yeah. I have so many really good tiles around here. I mean, I have 2 tiles with wheat on floodplains. That's 6 food right now, so that's really good.
It's nice for working specialists, too.
Yeah. Right, 8 more turns to the porcelain tower.
Nice, yeah.
I should get it.
I think so.
I know Korea is not building it because I'm spying on their capital. They're getting public school now, so that means they have scientific theory. Good to know. We do need scientific theory.
Yeah,
We
the
might
extra
want to make
beakers is
sure. Yeah,
fantastic.
we might want to research economics before our spies steal something. Because if we steal economics, we could then use our spies to steal more expensive techs.
Or if we complete economics, then yeah.
Yeah. If we research economics before our spies steal something.
What's your timer? Mine's at 32,
Mm,
which means right now.
yep, 30. And research agreement is at 26.
We'd almost have to research economics next, right after fertilizer. Well, or metallurgy, then economics, either way. So we
Yeah, I
might
think
want
we
to
should research it.
fertilizer into economics. We get all those passive bonuses, which are really nice. Then,
I mean, the windmill is also pretty good.
yeah. And then back to dynamite, industrialization, rifling.
So let's grab economics after fertilizer.
Yep. Done.
Done. This should work. I have a good feeling about it. I'm also a little bit surprised that Pachacuti didn't build more cities. He's going like super tall.
Yeah,
And he has
27
some
pop.
pretty decent locations. West of Tiwanaku, for example, on the coast. That would be a pretty damn good city right there. I could probably take Cusco if I focused on that, but that doesn't make a lot of sense right now. We need to weaken Korea instead.
Yeah, it's not our threat.
But if Korea was not in this game, I would probably go for Cusco. I think there are some wonders in there. Yeah, there are several wonders in there. Remember to actually have enough money to upgrade cannons to artillery if you're pre-building cannons.
Yeah, I haven't yet, but I will have to do that. I've got.
I don't remember the cost on standard speed right now, but I remember it's over 500 gold on epic pace, I think.
For one?
It's pretty expensive.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
So it's probably over 200 easily. Unless I'm confusing it with some other unit. But it's a fairly expensive upgrade from what I remember.
Yeah, I'm just finishing my national epic, and then.
I do
start
remember
spending.
that crossbowman to Gatling gun is pretty expensive. Over 300 on epic pace, so that's going to be over 200 easily. I think cannon to artillery was actually around 200. So that should be 100 something in our case. But it's something that's easy to forget about. You line up that huge timing attack and then you realize you actually don't have enough money to upgrade all these units. That happened to me especially with frigates to battleships transition because that's a super expensive upgrade.
Oh yeah, I bet it is. I don't. Yeah, I haven't done that much naval stuff, especially not in the late game. I find that usually, like, once you get to the frigate phase, that's end game for any sort of naval map. I find the AI is so easy to knock over there, at least on the easier difficulties, obviously.
Yeah, I often beeline for battleships because AI usually doesn't go for them that early. So what can happen is that you have the only battleship fleet in the world and you can just demolish everyone else and dominate them. I rarely see AIs going for battleships very early.
Well, maybe
So
they
if you
just
go
know their
for-
weakness. No
Yeah,
naval
so if you
combat.
go directly for electronics, you can just beat them to it.
Well, I'll keep that in mind next time I play a water-based map. I think I'm trying to remember what I'm playing on in my other game right now. Oh yeah, it's the Communitas map, which is continental.
What do you think about Communitas map?
I like it. I know you said that it does produce a lot of resources, and it definitely does do that. But so far, and this is the only time I've played with it, I like the map. It was interesting anyway.
Yeah, I do like the general continent form that it produces. It's pretty good. It just tends to have those clumps of resources, which can happen on any map, honestly, but it seems to happen more often on that one, to me at least. You know, this is actually going better than I thought it will based on the first 100 turns that we did.
Yeah, well, you were plagued with barbarians, and if Attila had turned to me at any point, I would have died. But I kept
Yeah.
bribing them.
Yeah,
Go
the
attack
bribes
someone else.
definitely help. That's actually one of the best ways to prevent the very aggressive AIs from attacking you. And in case of someone like Attila, that's pretty much the only way. You have to keep him busy. I think I just built a lumber mill that I shouldn't have built on a forest hill, which doesn't make a lot of sense.
Would you, on a forest hill, would you rather mine that?
Yeah. I mean, if I want production, then a mine will provide more production than a lumber mill.
So we got a second spy.
Yeah, I'm definitely sending that one to Dago, so I can have vision for my artillery later.
Right. So what I'm wondering about is the Huns are, of course, also quite far ahead technologically, because they're sharing things with Korea. But I'm expecting they don't produce quite as many beakers. I'm thinking that maybe sending it something like the Incas might make sense in Cusco.
Yeah, that would make sense. Then again, Attila's court is actually the second biggest city right now.
That's true. So
But
it probably is actually creating a fair amount of beakers.
and also consider that with the huge tech pop that we'll have, around 20 something turns, Pachacuti might not have any technologies that we could actually steal anymore.
That's interesting. All right.
So I think it's safer to just send the spy to Attila's court.
Yeah, because we do know they're 6 techs ahead.
Yeah.
City Beijing. All right, new tiles. Good, good.
Once we get the two research agreements and steal 2 techs, we should be on par with Korea.
Well, I mean that'll probably come out to, well, clearly 2 technologies from the spies, and whether the research agreements give us full text or not, they'll still be a little bit ahead,
Yep.
but it's not too bad. All right, watermill done there. Great.
I don't think AI is very good at optimizing the double research thingy. The fact the research output adds up. I think they don't even take that into account. Also, I just dropped into negative happiness.
Yeah,
Not
it's
by
a good
much,
thing
fortunately.
I'm building 2 Colosseums because I'm at +1 right now. But I'm gonna be
Oh yeah,
better
one of my
next turn.
trays expired, I think. Alright, I fixed it.
I suppose I could buy some luxury. The problem is I don't have anything to trade away.
We should consider what ideology we want to go for.
Yeah, I mean they all have various military bonuses, and it seems to be that we're aligning pretty well to something like that.
I mean, order is always a good one.
I like order.
Order is pretty good for happiness. You can get massive happiness from that. That's probably the best
Is that the-
happiness ideology.
That's the one that gives you the happiness from castles and armories and all those things.
No. That's +2 happiness from monuments.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you can also get happiness from workshops, factories, and things like that.
Right, it's autocracy that gives you the castle one.
Yeah.
But yeah, the +2 from monuments is so sick because every city's gonna have one. And if it doesn't, it's like 1 turn to build.
And Order also has 2 pretty good level 2 tenets. One of them gives you science in cities with factories, and the other one is 5-year plan, which is extra production from every tile with mine or quarry. I like both. They are pretty good. And I mean, production is universal regardless of what victory type you're going for, what you're doing, etc.
Yeah, more hammers is always better.
So I think Order would be worth considering. Probably. You know, this game is moving so fast that this is really throwing my timings off.
Yeah, the tech that we're getting right now in 1180
Yeah, it's crazy.
Religious. Oh,
This is only turn 129.
I have to renew some deals here. Let's see.
Oh yeah, there's the porcelain tower. So now that
congrats.
will give us quite a lot of more science.
I got a great scientist as well. I guess we both got one for completing the wonder.
Interesting.
Right, because
Hold on, did I get one? Oh, I think it's just you who got one?
oh.
No, I got one too.
Yeah, okay. Because I was going to say, if you do build a wonder that has an empire-wide benefit,
Interesting.
it probably
Yeah.
influences or affects us both.
Okay.
So
That's
I think I'm
something
still
I
going with the
didn't
cannon.
predict.
I think the
We
academy
could
is the way
use
to
them
go.
for science pop if we really want to. I don't actually have that many good locations for academies anymore.
Well, I could replace a farm with one.
I might
around
use
the
him for
capital.
tech pop.
That would be interesting. Especially, where are we in terms of spies? 24
We need
turns.
18 more turns for the research agreement, and our spies need 22.
Well, I could always still settle an academy, but you could still pop yours.
We could also save them up and use them later once we get more science, because they are based on the last 8 turns of your science output.
Okay, not when they spawn, but rather when you push the button.
Yeah, when you use them. So if you increase your science output, then your existing great scientists will get more and more science from discover technology ability. So you can actually save them up, unlike, let's say, great musicians who are based on when they spawn.
Okay. Now, yeah, but I have decent places to use him as an academy. And
Yeah,
to
so
me,
that makes sense for you. I think I'll save mine for now. And use him later.
I'm just gonna go and override one of my farms here.
So what are we researching after economics? Just go for dynamite again? It wouldn't
Yeah.
be a bad idea revealing coal on the map.
It wouldn't be a bad idea to what?
Revealing coal on the map through industrialization.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah, I was thinking dynamite and
Yeah.
then industrialization, but we could do it the other way around.
Yeah, let's get industrialization first. We can maybe get started on factories.
and then we can get our ideology.
Yep.
Ideology.
And more production.
I wonder if we only need to have 3 between the two of us.
Oh, that's a good question.
If so, that is going to be a really, really fast industrialization.
Seeing how we got 2 great scientists from Porcelain Tower, I think 3 factories between us too makes sense.
Now, on
I
the
didn't
other hand, the
consider that.
national wonders are not shared, so I don't know.
Yeah. I guess we can find out. I will probably get a factory in Marrakesh because I already have decent production there, so it won't take too long.
Okay.
I'm still trying to build up my military meanwhile. I'm just finishing another cannon.
Oh, I have an extra cannon for crabs over here. There we go.
But right now my military consists of 1 crossbowman and 1 musketman.
You are crazy. I mean, I don't have a huge military either, but I've got
I mean, I
3
would have a
choke
much
news.
bigger military if I had a more aggressive neighbor. We do have declaration of friendship with Korea right now, and Korea is definitely not a backstabber. So the probability that Korea would attack me is very, very small. There's no way they would break declaration of friendship with me. Or with us.
Yeah, well, if Attila declares war,
If Attila was my neighbor, I would definitely have a much bigger military right now.
yeah, but if Attila declares war, then Korea declares war at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm about to finish a cannon. I could probably defend myself with this.
Borders grown. Attila is plotting against me.
I actually wonder if Attila takes like Korea's deals into account. So I wonder if Attila AI knows that attacking you would make his team member a backstabber.
Yeah, and if that would even happen. Like, if Korea would even get the hit at all. Well, probably they would.
Yeah, they probably would. I mean, they would automatically declare war, which also makes them a backstabber. You can declare war automatically through defensive pacts, which does make you a backstabber, which leads to some really awkward situations. Defensive pacts are a very dangerous thing to use in general because of that.
Let's get another cannon. Thinking I'm gonna build, well, at least 2 cannons, maybe 3 artillery. That's a lot of... Artillery is very good.
I'll probably get 4. I could even get 5. I have 5 spots I can bombard Daegu from, and I could position myself there before I declare war, unless their border expands. But probably not. because this is desert.
Finished a workboat. I need another one. Do these have workboats? No. I need tons. Okay. Let's keep doing that. And,
How's your science output now?
it is 234.
Mine's 233.
Not bad. All right, assign delegates. So the science funding is pretty good, but World's Fair is also pretty awesome. Now, the AI will usually vote for a science or World's Fair.
Yeah, so it will probably pass.
So go for science
Sciences
funding.
yeah, I think so. I mean,
I
last
like
I
it.
checked, Korea wasn't even working their science specialist slots, and they still aren't. They have university and public school in Seoul, and they aren't working any specialist slots in that. Let's vote for the sciences funding.
Yeah, it's basically just going to cancel out the arts funding.
Yeah. World's Fair will almost definitely pass. I will be super surprised if it doesn't. I just finished some construction, so that's good timing. Oh, I wonder if our production towards the project will add up.
Oh, that's
I
interesting.
have no idea how it works. There are so many mechanics that are a little bit awkward with teams. This is one of them.
Yeah, how was my... Well, I could probably
Also-
concentrate a lot of hammers that way.
We're at 31 minutes, so we should probably look into finishing this.
Okay, well, it seems like a good place to do it.
So thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah, thanks everyone for coming out. Make sure to like and subscribe to both channels. It really, really helps if you do that. And of course, leave comments. Let us know what we're doing wrong or right. See you next time, folks. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment. Did you know I read every single comment someone leaves on my video? That's insane. Why would I do that? I don't know, but I'll read yours.